Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Press Play. I'm your host, JJ48, and tonight we're going to be continuing the Ocarina of Time, but I think we're going to take a little bit of a detour instead of heading to the next temple. So, I had a little bit of a worry when I opened it up. It uh, looked like the memory card was having some save issues, and is still having some save issues, seems like. But I was able to verify that we do still have our progress from last time, having beaten the Water Temple. So we'll keep going, and I'll have to look into that this week, see if I can figure out what's going on. Yeah, you would think that someone would have either destroyed the drawbridge entirely if they didn't want people getting in or out, or they would have repaired it if they meant to still use the castle. But let's let's look for someone who might know something about the other sages. Okay, just gonna talk to every NPC in the game, am I? Oh, oh, this doesn't look good. Yep, clearly that's the most noticeable thing about this scene, is that there's somebody standing by the well. Get back, JJ48. Looks like fun, I want to do that. Okay, we have some kind of shadow came out of the well. And perhaps unsurprisingly, a sword and shield did not seem to stop a shadow crawling on the ground. Okay, so looks like you're coming around. A terrible thing has happened. The evil shadow spirit has been released. Impa, the leader of Kakariko village, had sealed the evil shadow spirit in the bottom of the well. But the force of the evil spirit got so strong the seal of the well broke, and it escaped into the world. Okay, but then it looked like it went back into the well. Or maybe it just attacked us and then went out into the world. I believe Impa has gone to the Shadow Temple to seal it again, but she will be in danger without any help. Impa is one of the 6 sages. Destroy the evil shadow spirit and save Impa. There's an entrance to the Shadow Temple beneath the graveyard behind this village. The only thing I can do for you is teach you the melody that will lead you to the Shadow Temple. This is the melody that will draw you into the infinite darkness that absorbs even time. That sounds appealing. Listen to this, the Nocturne of Shadow. So, I'm supposed to intentionally play the melody that's going to draw me into the infinite darkness. This, on the other hand, this does confirm my decision to go prepare a little bit before we actually dive into the next temple. So we've learned the Nocturne of Shadow. Good. So Sheik will take care of the village and count on us to take care of the temple. So one thing I do think it's interesting having the character of Sheik here, not just because Sheik teaches us, all the melodies that we need and everything, but it's also implied that he's doing work behind the scenes, or that we're not privy to, which is it's kind of nice feeling that we're not the only heroes in Hyrule, that there are other people trying to do stuff. Potion shop. I heard that the Lost Woods, where fairies live, is a strange place with many mysterious smells. I wish I could just once make medicine with some of the strange things I might find there. I may not be able to see very well anymore, but my nose still works fine. So there's strange things in the forest, and you just automatically assume that you'll be able to use them for medicinal purposes and not that they wouldn't just all be poisonous. Well, I guess a lot of medicines are poisonous if used in the wrong amounts or mixed with the wrong substances, so maybe there's something to that. Ow. Wow, that was impressive toe strength to not fall off the mountain there. Oh, she's able to tell if they're poisonous through smell? I suppose so. It's always a good idea if you're not sure if something's poisonous to just inhale as much of it as possible to find out. Pretty sure that's what my chemistry teacher told us to do on the first day of class, is just inhale anything you're not sure what it is. Hey, Gorons are back. Thank you. Well, it's nice. We rescued the Gorons and do indeed seem to have actually... they seem to actually be rescued. Not terribly talkative, but, I can respect that. I mean, we don't really know each other. I helped them out from their captivity, and that's about it. We don't really have much in common. How about buying this knife for 200 rupees? Sure. Got the giant's knife. Hold it with both hands. It's so long you can't use it with a shield. We'll try this out. Well, let's see. Okay, that's pretty impressive. Seems a pretty good deal getting to upgrade our sword for only 200 rupees. Let's go test it out. that's right. We needed bombs didn't work on this, so. I want to find those tektites to. Try this sword. And it is a little bit of a it's an interesting kind of an upgrade that the new sword we get. Not only is it more powerful, but being two-handed, it swings at a different speed, and we can't use a shield with it. Like, it actually changes our fighting technique. Let's see, we were going to go to Lost Woods to... because the old lady wanted to find poisonous stuff there that she could pretend was medicine. I know, that's the way to Lake Hylia. I don't need to go down there. Since we're down this area, I'll just come over here just to... where is it? I thought there was a P-hat down this way. I was gonna show how they look different. Similar and different from the original Zelda, but we'll look for them some other time. No. Also, we haven't really used it, but it's nice seeing we can do archery on horseback. Oh, hey. Last time we were here, wasn't the area overrun with monsters? Wonder if he'll come back. I'm right here. But now, it is odd. On the one hand, Kokiri never grow up, so seeing Link grown up, probably would throw them a bit. They wouldn't just automatically assume, like, oh yeah, you're our friend from 7 years ago. On the other hand, I have a fairy, which I would think that they would at least realize that that's kind of a forest person thing, and at least wonder why a fairy's hanging out with me. You're such a big, strong guy. I really want to be like you someday, even though I'll always be small. Oh, and our sword broke. Okay, all of a sudden I'm thinking 200 rupees wasn't really worth it. I think I'm going to have a talk with that. that Goron who sold me that. Okay, here we go. No response, he's sleeping. Well, fortunately, I know how to wake up sleeping people. Kojiro, why? Normally only a nice guy like me can tame you. Which means... You must be a nice guy. Must be. You must be. Please, Mr. Nice Guy, please. Okay. Deliver this stuff to the old hag in the potion shop in Kakariko Village. Oh, he was helping out the lady who wanted the poisonous stuff. This will disappear if you take too long, so you gotta hurry. Okay. You got an odd mushroom. A fresh mushroom like this is sure to spoil quickly. Take it to the Kakariko potion shop. Okay. Let's see if we want to go this way. Then out. And you can tell they're serious about the time limit because there's actually a countdown timer on the screen. In video games, nothing's ever really crucial or on a time limit unless they're actually counting down, or you have music or some other indicator. Which is why we know that it's okay for us to waste all this time rather than do the Spirit Temple right away, because there's no countdown timer for the Spirit Temple. I think one of the most extreme examples of that I've seen in a video game is in Final Fantasy VII. Towards the end, there's this massive meteor that's currently headed towards the Earth and about to destroy absolutely everything. And it's so close that it's actually visible to the naked eye in the sky. And yet that's the point of the game where the whole map opens up and you can just spend you can spend hours and hours just going and doing all the side quests and everything, because the meteor will just hang there until you're done. Here. Oh, that bum, he had to go into the forest. I see. Hey, give it to me now. Oh, she's got a cat. If you see that fool, give this to him. It is the strongest medicine I have ever produced. However, this potion will not work on a monster. It's rather an interesting disclaimer. You don't know what's going on between this lady and that guy, but take it to the Lost Woods. They say that there is no medicine that can cure a fool. I guess that's true. Yeah. But since this doesn't seem to be on a timer, I'm going to go have a talk with the Goron first, because it's disappointing that my nude's sword broke. Well, it's also kind of interesting that, of course, what the timer does is it helps give you a sense of urgency that, hey, this is something really important that I need to take care of immediately. So it's interesting that they use it primarily for like side quests and things like that, and not for, legitimate threats to the entire kingdom. Looks like there is a problem with its durability, but still, how about buying this knife for 200 rupees? No. Alright, come back again. I won't, but thanks. Okay. Now, where am I going? It's this way. Oh, the guy's gone, and he turned into a little blonde-haired girl with a fairy. Oh. Oh, no, it's a different person. That guy isn't here anymore. Anybody who comes into the forest will be lost. Everybody will become a Stalfos. Everybody Stalfos, so he's not here anymore. Oh, so he turned into a monster. Can I give you the medicine? Only his saw is left. Hee. That medicine is made of forest mushrooms. Give it back. Okay. And in return, I got the saw of the guy who was here. You returned the odd potion and got the poacher's saw. The young punk guy must have left this behind. Are you going to be too? Okay, you seem awfully delighted by the fact that people keep turning into monsters. That doesn't seem very healthy. So, and she insisted on getting the medicine back just because it was made from mushrooms from the forest. So I guess if we're continuing our Harry Potter analogy from last week, the Kokiri would be like the goblins, I guess? Whoa, that moon is cruising. So in case you haven't noticed, we are now currently within a trading game, similar to the one that we saw in Link's Awakening. I love the music in this area. incredibly reckless, but didn't it look cool? But we're basically in a trading game. Okay, sorry. Let me talk to this guy real quick. I'm a master craftsman. Those Gerudo thieves, they broke the bridge. I want to fix it, but all of my workers are gone. They said working as carpenters isn't cool, and they went to the Gerudo's fortress to become thieves. Wow, you really need to hire more sensible workers. Hey, if you're going to the fortress, would you mind finding out what my workers are doing over there? Okay. But first let me... No, I'm trying to get down so that I can show you this saw, which I think is yours. Where the... Hey, that saw, it's mine. Called it. But I thought I left that saw with my old lady. Oh well. My big Goron tool broke, so I was going to Goron City to get it repaired. Your coming here is great timing. Will you give me my saw? Sure. Good kid, thanks. I'm sorry that I can't give you something that's good in return, but take this anyway. Traded the poacher saw for a broken Goron sword. Visit Big Goron to get it repaired. Okay, I think when we talked to Big Goron before, he mentioned that he was better smith than his brother, so hopefully this one won't break. Let's see, I need to... So, let's see, what was I just saying? Talking about, yeah, once again, we find ourselves basically in a trading game where we started off with one object. Okay, that was not the way. We started off with one thing. In this case, it was the chicken or the egg that we had to use to wake somebody up, and then got another object and that we used, and another object and another object, and so I kind of like the trading games because not only do they usually give you a nice item at the end, but it's just kind of fun interacting with everybody along the way, and nothing throughout the main portion of the trading game, most of the stuff doesn't seem like it's going to have any actual use for you until you get to the very end. What happened to your eyes? My brother opened a new store. It's Medigoron's Blade Store. However, I am better at making blades. Hylian carpenters praise me for my skills. I'm not lying. No, the carpenter we talked to actually said you were a pretty good smith and was upset that his blade broke. Not sure why he needed a large sword, but... That broken knife is surely my work. I really want to repair it, but because of yesterday's eruption, my eyes are irritated. There are fine eye drops in Zora's domain. You'll find them if you go to see King Zora. Please go get the eye drops. Yeah. Alright, go see King Zora. This will also be nice. We'll get to go back to the Zora domain and get to see all the Zorons that are now safe and sound now that we completed the water temple. Just like all the happy Gorons here in the Goron City. Oh. Okay, well, since I'm down here. Hello, Cal. Enjoy your time underground. I'm trying to think if I knew Lost Woods better. I think there's a way from Lost Woods into the Zora domain. And so I could have gone from Goron City to Lost Woods and then from there to Zora domain, but I don't know where that is in the Lost Woods, so I think ultimately we're probably better off just going this way. That's right, I probably didn't really need to call Epona just for that little bit of a ride. But try to remember when I'm supposed to get off. I think right about here. Oh, okay. Oh, goodness. Stand. Okay, there we go. I guess it makes sense that the waterfall. Come on. I guess it makes sense that the waterfall resets each time, because you can't just stop the flow of the water forever. Otherwise the river would dry up. Also, I guess the waterfall's kind of part of the protection of the Zora village. And it's still frozen over. And not seeing any Zoras anywhere. Oh no. I think this has always been one of my least favorite parts of the game, is the fact that you never really save the Zora village. that monster, it came out of the well in the village. Let's go check out the well. We'll do it in a couple days, Navi. Come on. It's not like the entire world's at stake or anything. Oh, this is, well, eye drops. You might say we have them, you might say we don't. We do have the ingredients. If you take the ingredients to the doctor at the lake laboratory, he can make the drops for you, but you need to deliver them fresh. Can you make it before they spoil? Kind of hard to say without knowing how long they spoil, but you used the prescription and received an eyeball frog. Be quick and deliver it to Lake Hylia while it's cold. Well, I think that should be pretty easy because if I recall correctly, we can get to Lake Hylia just outside the... Oh, didn't mean to go down that far. Now you're sure using Epona, even for small things, makes her feel needed? Yeah. Okay, one thing, I don't think I mentioned it, but when we're on the pause menu, oh, this is the way to Lost Woods. I thought this was the way to the, I thought this was the way to Lake... No, that's right, the way to Lake Hylia is, oh. The way to Lake Hylia is frozen over, I think. Okay, well. This still isn't too bad. When we're on our pause menu, the countdown timer will stop, but if we were to warp, like use any of the warps to go directly to a place, any of our warp songs, then doing that immediately sets the countdown timer to 1. That's why I'm not using like the warp to the water temple. Okay, no, not the tree. We want to go this way. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Used too many of them. Interesting that the Poes are coming out in the daytime. I thought that was primarily a nighttime thing. Wait a second. There was a gate inside there, which means this has to be the way. There we go. Oh, come on, dude. Okay. Wow. You're just watching me hold up frogs around your shop and you don't even say anything until I stick it right in your face. Oh wow, I haven't seen an eyeball frog like this since Zora's domain froze over. These eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. No, that's not why I brought it here. I need some eye drops, actually. Such great stuff. Please say thank you to King Zora, eh? These are for making Bigoron's eye drops? Oh, how disappointing. You should have said so in the first place. Here it is. This medicine doesn't have any preservatives in it, so it won't last long at this temperature. Run as fast as you can to Death Mountain. You're young, you can do it. Traded the eyeballs frog for the world's finest eye drops. Hurry, take them to Bigoron before they go bad. Okay. And I think I know the route I want to take here. Hopefully... Oh. Yep. Hopefully I remember it correctly. Yep, okay. Well, don't remember that part at least. Ah, there was a steep slope there. Come on, opponent, you don't even need to jump over that fence. You could have just stepped over it. I think this will work. Go here. Then here. And then I think we need to go down here. And we're going to go the route that we took to get to the Fire Temple. Because otherwise we'd have to walk all along the path and climb that route that has the spiders on it that we'd have to take out first so they didn't knock us off. Whereas this should take us right to the top, right to Bigoron. Wait, where's the way out? There's the way out. Stand up faster so your eye drops don't go bad. Really? You brought the eye drops. I'm so relieved. I'm going to use them right now. The way he's rolling his R's, he seems to be channeling a little bit of Tony the Tiger. Wow, this is stimulating. It's working great. Now I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent, so I'll give this to you so you won't forget. After a few days, please return. Wait, just wait patiently. Alright, we got a claim check. Which seems to be made out of stone. Okay. And I'm trying to think, in this one, I don't think there's any real way for us to speed up the time. Unless I'm mistaken. I don't think the don't think the Song of Time actually affects the time that way, unless I'm mistaken. But we can go check out the well in the meantime. I fell in the hole again. This is a very inconveniently placed hole. You'd think somebody would put a cover over it, or put a railing around it, or something. As goes, I can take a shortcut for the cost of half a heart. Okay, well, we haven't waited the 3 days yet, but that detour didn't take as much time as I thought it would, so we can now investigate. Well, it didn't sound like this is bombable, but I guess since we're down here, might as well try it. Okay, or hammer. Okay, Deku Nut. No, didn't really think that was going to work, so. Oh, or maybe let's try that Nocturne of Shadow. Okay. Come on. Sure, we'll do that for now. Have to see why it's doing that. Definitely won't be turning off the game before we do that. Okay, it's gonna warp us. But since we were going there anyway. So it does actually kind of follow along with the staves and the music and everything. So does that make this an educational game? Oh wow, lots of torches to light. I wonder how we're going to do that. I like that the exact same thing could have been achieved with just, you know, like 3 torches or something, especially since there's no permanent fire source that you could light with them, so you'd still have to ultimately use that spell. But apparently they decided to just go way over the top to make it very obvious. No, you're not lighting these with the Deku stick. How many torches are there? I think there's 24. Okay, so that would make this kind of... The ones on the outside would be like on every hour. And then the ones on the inside would be on like every half hour, so... Okay, so maybe kind of like a clock thing or a calendar thing. Shadow will yield only to one with the Eye of Truth handed down in Kakariko Village. Oh. Well, let's go and find this Eye of Truth then. Hey, do you have an Eye of Truth? My brother must have been very lonely. Oh, your brother, the guy we gave the chicken to and then he turned into a monster. Yeah, I think he probably was. Now the thing is, pretty sure I remember what the next step is. I just don't remember how within the game is supposed to let us know what the next step was. The windmill draws water up from the depth of the well. Now the well is dried up though. Who would tell us? Hey, an old guy, you seem like the type of person who might talk about the Eye of Truth. A long time ago, there was a man in this very village who had an eye they say could see the truth. Now, usually you have to train your mind's eye most strenuously to actually see the truth. But this fella, no, they say he had a different way of doing things. His house stood where the well is now. Okay. I want to talk to Saria. Yes, let's see if Saria. Yes, we can hear you. If all 6 sages come together, we can imprison Ganondorf. Okay, that's not as helpful as I thought it would be. We need the 7th sage. Someone you know must be that sage. Well, let me work on the first 6, then we can worry about the 7th. From now on, you must travel between past and future to awaken the remaining sages. Well, wasn't as helpful as I was hoping, but it's not as bad as Navi. So. And it did give us one piece to the puzzle, at least. The fact that we need to travel between past and future. Which I guess we're calling it that because from this perspective it's the past and the present. From the past perspective it's the present and the future. So it's probably just easiest to refer to it as the past and future rather than getting hung up about which present we're talking about. Don't mind me. Fortunately, you guys are all just there, and you're not actually, you don't actually spread out to the rest of the village or into the Temple of Time or anything. Oh. This is the first time we've been back in here, isn't it? You destroyed the wicked creatures that haunted the temple and awakened the sage. But there are still other sages who need your help. In order to awaken all the other sages, you must become even more powerful. You must travel over mountains. Okay, underwater, done that. And even through time. Did that once. One way. If you want to return to your original time, return the Master Sword to the pedestal of time. By doing this, you will travel back in time 7 years. The time will come when you will have to return here quickly. I will teach you this for when that time comes. The song to return you to the Temple of Time, the Prelude of Light. Learn the Prelude of Light. Okay, good. As long as you hold the Ocarina of Time and the Master Sword, you hold time itself in your hands. Okay. We shall meet again. So, I'm kind of surprised the ancient Hylians and stuff went through all this trouble to lock up the Triforce, and they were worried that that was too powerful and didn't want it falling into evil's hands. Didn't have the same concern, or not quite the same concerns, over a sword and ocarina that together can make someone master of time. I guess the sword is locked here in the Temple of Time as well, but also odd that no legends make mention of it or anything. Let's see. Okay, Death Mountain looking rather less ominous. Market Square looking a bit more cheerful. So I think what I'm supposed to do, if I recall correctly, is I need to get into the well as a child. And then I think I can break it open or something, and that'll open it up as an adult. The thing is, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that there's probably someone as an adult that would direct you to do that. Dark, narrow, and scary. The Well of Three Features. Okay, let's They have a pretty good marketing team, making it sprucing up a little bit, making it not just a boring old well. Right now we can't really do anything because there's a bunch of water in the well, and as a kid we can't wear the iron boots or the Zora tunic. So go around and around and around. What fun, I'm so happy. I'm a music man who loves to go around and around, go around and around. I'm trying to come up with a musical theme inspired by this windmill, going around and around and around. How about this one? No. Oh, the storm's making it go around faster. It's changing the key. Making it much more efficient at pumping out the water. Go around, go around, go around. What? It's going way too fast. Interesting. I think there's a little bit of a double meaning or a joke there. In the go around, not only are we talking about the windmill, and all the components thereof, although it doesn't seem to be going so fast from out here. But of course, you'll recall that we learned that song as adult Link from that same man who was upset about hearing it 7 years ago, or now. And here, 7 years ago, he heard that song from us. So we kind of have a time loop there of where did the song actually come from, and we could just go around and around with that as well. I can hear the spirits whispering in this room. Look for the Eye of Truth. That's what they're saying. Ooh, okay. That's rather creepy. Oh. Okay, so we have chains and bloody piles of something. Green bubble, okay. I will say the Spirit Temple and the quests surrounding it, like this one for the Eye of Truth, are definitely some of the darker portions of the game. This wall, it says something here. Danger below. Okay, we'll try not to... Navi, I don't need to hear you tell me about how keys work. We've been through how many dungeons together now, and you still think that I need your instructions on keys? The water flowing out of this statue is flooding the entire floor. Well, here's a Triforce. Let's try this. I thought this was going to be a considerably deeper drop than that. Yeah. Fortunately, the green skull doesn't seem all that interested in doing much to me, just doing its regular route. This wall, it says something, danger above. Okay, well, yeah, we saw that. No, this was danger below. Okay. So the walls lie to us, apparently. It's bad enough that Navi's hearing voices, but the voices don't even tell us the truth. Okay, let's see. This is it. Ah, no, get off. Yeah, those guys take a lot of killing to... Okay, green stuff hurts us, and I thought those were plants. Those are skeleton hands. Just another way down. A lot of bombs there. Oh, that's the last coins. Look for the Eye of Truth. That's what they are saying. Oh, is this... Are we back? No, we're not back to the beginning. Okay. Let's see. It says look out below. Is there a false floor here? There is. say this is probably some of my least favorite music in the game. Not that it's bad, just because it's rather effective at being kind of spooky and mysterious. Yeah, okay. Just sit down, please. Well, that's interesting. Yes, please go. So apparently there's a way to fall down. Right there. So I'm just curious, if anybody here, what's your favorite or least favorite music that we've heard so far? Especially considering this game is very, very heavily focused on music. Okay. Ah, I don't think I noticed that before, did I? Okay, bomb's good. Music reminds you of the shepherd tones. Could you explain that, please? Not sure I get the reference at the moment. Good. Uh-oh. Dead hand. Watch out for its infinite hands. Aim for its head. Wow, this went from being rather unsettling to full-on nightmare pretty quick. Ow. Stop! Ah. Yeah, don't much care for all the... Okay. I don't think there's anything we can do about those hands, so we just have to try to avoid them. I guess we have to get caught by one, maybe. And then get away from them. Well, that wasn't very nice. Like the music from the Goron area? No. That was sufficiently horrifying. Shepherd tones are constant ascending, descending set of tones. Okay, you can see that, or hear that. Found the lens of truth, set it to see, and use C to look through it. Mysterious things are hidden everywhere. Be sure to try use it outside of the well. Seeing the truth will cost magic power, so use C again to stop using it. Yeah. There we go. Oh, a huge rupee. We're 200 rupees. Okay. Wow, yeah, there's a small key. Okay, now this is where we came in. Not sure if we need anything else from this here, but watch for shadows and monsters that hang from the ceiling. Oh, okay. Did not mean to fall down there. Should have used our lens of truth. Let's see, was this before or after Pokemon's item finder? I think this should have been after Pokemon. Because Pokemon was a Game Boy era game, and I think by the time the N64 came out, we were starting to get Game Boy Color games. Also, I think the oh, I see it. Okay, so that whole chest there is just a trap for us. That's something that's still here. There's gold Skulltulas. Okay. Well, we at least need to get that one. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, this is not a pleasant room. Oh, our shield's gone, that's right. We're back to using a wooden shield. Well, let's do that. And even if we have to wear it on our back, this is still better than nothing. As I was saying, or I was intending to say at least, also the Keaton mask that we gave to the guy, oh, convenient, that we gave to the guard who led us up Death Mountain looks a bit like a Pikachu face, and I think that was meant to be an intentional reference to Pokemon. An intentional reference without actually being an intentional reference. Well, that doesn't really help me, but at least I got this. Now I can't use the hook shot, so just... maybe let's try falling down one of these holes, see where it leads. It leads us back here. Surprise, surprise. Well, I don't know that there's anything else of value in here. We never found a compass, but I don't think we need to spend too much longer here just looking for a compass, so. We found the item. This isn't a main dungeon, so it's not like it has a main boss guarding a sage. We already fought kind of the... I think Dead Hand was supposed to be kind of this version of... this dungeon's version of a boss. Oh, no, don't fall down there. Okay, it's pitch black. Okay, there we go. Well, I kind of feel like we should slow the windmill down again and let the place fill up, because I don't think anyone in this town would be comfortable living here if they knew the absolute nightmares that lurked beneath their feet. Yeah, I guess I could have played the Prelude to Light to speedily travel to the Temple of Time, but I'm still trying to burn some time anyway, because we need to wait a couple days for Big Goron to finish the sword. Anything of interest to see with the Lens of Truth? So, if these guys are just coming out of the grounds right here, Does that mean that there were people buried here at one point? Like, somebody was just, hey, let's just bury a bunch of bodies right here in front of Hyrule Castle, rather than, you know, actually taking them up to the cemetery. Seems very disrespectful. No wonder they rise up and attack people. I just noticed Death Mountain looks a bit less ominous, even now. I mean, the whole sky looks terrifying, but Death Mountain doesn't have the fire ring around it. I guess uh, since we beat the dragon. So I wonder if the Redead screaming had any inspiration on Peter Jackson and company when they made Lord of the Rings and had to come up with the Nazgul scream. I mean, if so, we've already established that this game was the inspiration for Harry Potter, and so now I guess it was the inspiration for Lord of the Rings as well, or at least the films. Like I said, it could have been the inspiration for the books as well, because, I mean, Link can travel through time, so maybe he could have gone back to the 1940s and 50s and inspired Tolkien a bit. Let's see if enough time has passed yet. I'm going to go up the long way because if we take a little bit of extra time, I'm not too concerned. I'm certain we're not going to get through the next temple completely anyway, so might as well just try to make this our quest to do this before we go over and actually make entering the temple like the last thing we do tonight. Well, re-entering the temple. We already entered it once. Now that would come in handy if there were actually a way to try to target and lock on to like spiders and bugs and stuff, so when you're trying to swat them, wouldn't miss all the time. Not yet. Hey, you are impatient. What are you, an ent? Don't tell me not to be hasty. Let's see if we wait till tomorrow morning, if that's... Oh. Can you imagine having nav use your car's GPS? Should spend the whole time telling you, go to your destination, and telling you how to unlock your car. Yeah, I can just imagine that being a downloadable option for GPS. So, okay, so there's still not. So must need like another day. Hey, listen. Maybe you should try driving your car. Hey, listen, what would Saria say if we told her we were going on a road trip? Okay, what? Have you ever played the Nocturne of Shadow that Sheik taught? You know that I did. You were there when I played it, Navi. Hey, did you know that if you put your car into a higher gear, you can go faster without overtaxing your engine? It's something I could try with... I was trying to think of when we'd get a chance to do any of the mini games. So I could give that a try. Let's see what those are all about. Okay, bright, cheerful music with huge blades and animal head trophies on the wall. Interesting. Do you want to play a game? It's 20 rupees per play. Sure. Okay, this is a game for grown-up. Hyrule's famous shooting gallery. Take aim at the targets from that platform over there. Can you hit 10 targets? You get 15 shots. Draw your weapon with B. Are you ready? Go for a perfect score. Oh. Yeah. Okay, missed. Well. Practice hard and come back. I'll try again, now that I have a little better idea of what I'm doing. Still probably not going to get perfect. Honestly, I think I've gotten a little bit too used to aiming on like the Wii and the Switch using the motion targeting. It's actually a little bit hard to aim with the joystick now. Oh. Wow, I'm just doing terrible. Doing considerably worse than I did last time. Let's not play. Alright, you don't have to play if you don't want to. Thank you for affirming that it's my decision and not just forcing me to constantly play here. Do I have enough? Oh, I have enough sculptulas now. The curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you. At the Giant's wallet. What a huge wallet. Now you can carry up to 500 rupees. Alright. That is a nice bonus. Yeah, the gold sculptulas are definitely something that I think I'm gonna make sure we take some time at the end of the game to actually go through and find them all. Not only is it a side quest that gives us some good rewards, but those people have been rather generous to us, so we should help them with their curse. Something seems odd about the way everything's rendered here. Oh! Hey, who are you? Young man, a grown boy like you entering a person's house without permission. I want to talk to your parents. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of an issue. Oh well. This isn't my house anyway. This is the Great Impa's house. The Great Impa has gone to the graveyard to seal up the humongous creature there. Since Ganondorf appeared, many monsters have been sighted around here. Only the Great Impa has kept peace in our village. You have to remember that, young man. Oh well. Speaking of the Great Impa, she hasn't come back yet. I wonder what happened to her. I heard that the ghost of the Gravekeeper often appears in the graveyard behind this village. But no big deal. So if it's not even your house, how do you know that I don't have permission to be there? I think I need a... I think I need a chicken to be able to get up there. I also haven't been down the well as an adult again to see if the Lens of Truth opened anything up or reveals anything. What an annoying person interrupting us like this. Don't you agree, my love? Well, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to interrupt you, is there supposed to be a chicken up here? Let's see. Sorry, I thought there was a chicken up here. Hear a chicken. Just don't see a chicken. Well, can't think of anything else to do that would be doable here, so I guess we'll go into the temple a little bit, and, but we definitely won't be finishing it tonight. No, despite the fact that I just said we should check down the well, and then immediately forgot to do that. Oh well. We will try to remember to do that after we're done with the temple, because I don't think there's... If there is anything to be seen down there, it's not much. It would just probably be like some rupees or gold sculptula or something. Shadow wield only to one with the Eye of Truth handed down in Kakariko Village. Interesting, so some of these... One of these is a real skull, and the rest are fakes. So, make the beak face the skull of truth. The alternative is descent into the deep darkness. Well, that seems to be the skull of truth, but first I want to see what's behind this door. One who gains the Eye of Truth will be able to see what is hidden in the darkness. Shadow Temple. Here is gathered Hyrule's bloody history of greed and hatred. Oh my. This... I thought it was like the ones that have the glowing eyes speak to us. I mean, this one's speaking to us. What is hidden in the darkness? Tricks full of ill will. You can't see the way forward. I mean, I can. Managed to avoid that by sheer luck. Okay, yes, the bloody history of greed and hatred. Fine. Oh. We're facing this guy again. I mean, hopefully it shouldn't take as long because we're using the Master Sword, which deals more damage. Ow! Yeah, okay, that took like a cycle less than did the first time. Still, probably least favorite enemy in the game. And sorry to have to make you endure it so close to bedtime. But we got the hover boots. With these mysterious boots, you can hover above the ground. The downside, no traction. You can even use these to walk for short periods where there is no solid ground. Be brave and trust in the boots. Okay, that's cool. One who gains the Eye of Truth will be able to see what is hidden in the darkness. Okay, he was much less scary than they usually are. Ow. Why am I not breaking the pots here? Well, in here it was because there were still some enemies around. I forget if there were pots. As I was running through the other rooms, it was mainly just because I knew some of them were flying pots and I just didn't want to deal with that at the moment. Are there any pots? Yeah. Well, you do have to be careful with these games and how influential they can be on kids, 'cause you get them a game like this and next thing you know they're breaking all your crockery. Let's make my beak face the skull of truth. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. Only one who has sacred feet can cross the valley of the dead. Yeah, well, gives us a little more distance than just hopping off would have. And I have to say, this temple alone, I mean, it's definitely not the worst thing in any video game, but considering that this is, I don't know if this game was rated E or teen, but I mean, it was definitely geared for more of an all ages audience, and this temple is pretty dark and gruesome for given that. That was supposed to... There we go. Huh. This is just a pile of skulls. These passageways are... Well, okay, so most of these are fake illusions, but this passageway is blocked off by just a wall of skulls. I'm curious of whether it's just like a wall, you know, if it's like just a couple skulls deep, or if it's a... this is Gibdo. You can't even L-target it. I think if we light them on fire, they end up becoming basically re-dead. Let me see if I can test that. Oh, made it so we could target him. And unfortunately didn't use that ability to, that opportunity to get Navi's opinion. Whoa. Okay. I mean, we've kind of seen this before. When we were in the ice cave, we saw the, there was like a spinning fan blades of ice. Somehow this seems much, much creepier. Okay, let's see. Ow. Now it's up there. So, I guess this does raise the question of, is all of this imagery and everything the result of corruption, or, like, was this temple, did they actually worship shadow and darkness here? It seems like it'd be... Is there... Huh. Can't even get past this point. This isn't even the way. It seems like that would be kind of a hard... Again, I keep wanting to jump up the walls because it's something you can do in some of the later Zelda games. But, yeah, I can only imagine trying to get the family together, packed into the car to go to the Shadow Temple for worship. It's like, I don't want anyone running into the spinning blades this time. Last time that was just a huge mess and took us hours to get it all cleaned up. Okay. Also, I haven't even seen anything that looks like a lobby, so if they did worship here, where would you even put out, like, the coffee and donut holes or anything? Watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. Okay. You could just say wall masters or ceiling masters, and we've encountered them enough that. Ow. Oh, we're starting way up here. Well, this seems like a good place to call it quits. Next time, I think we should be able to start from here in the Shadow Temple, and we should be able to see how far down we'll make it. And face the boss of what is definitely the creepiest temple of this game, possibly one of the creepier Zelda temples of any of them. So, thank you for joining me tonight, and hope you have a good week, and see y'all next time. Bye.